Hi YouTube, I'm Arwen, the professional joy seeker, professional tarot reader, and a bit of a collector. I'm going to be doing some more deck flip throughs. This really isn't a review. This is a hard to find out of print deck, and I don't actually own this deck anymore. If you're watching this, well, I'm going to be releasing it on the day I'm actually shipping it out. So this is its send-off. And I just wanted to do a video, so in case there were other collectors out there that really wanted to see this deck up close, this is a way you can do that. So this is Tarot of the Cloisters. It is a 1993 US Games deck. Here's what the back looks like. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a focusing problem. I'm hoping, yeah, we'll pick up on those good lines. It has two title cards. That's one. Here's the second one. So as you can see, it's a little bit of the history of the deck. And y'all always look for the copyright mark, because people do make rip-off decks. Yeah, people that do that suck. It's kind of like the people who will photocopy a deck and then make a copy for themselves because it's okay. It's not. It's still fucking stealing. I probably shouldn't use bad language when I'm using a Cloisters deck. Sorry. So let's flip through. I'm just going to hold the cards up and show them to you. Cool. I'll try to get them to focus though. They are really gorgeous. They have a deep a color palette that I just love. You may recognize the Magician. Focus for me, darling. Good gravy. Y'all, it's me shaking more than the camera, I've discovered. There's the High Priestess. And she looks a little bit, I don't know, there's a sadness about her. Here is Her Majesty the Empress. All that abundant and lush green. It's a lovely choice for this card. Our Emperor. And he's got the mountains indicating his power and his domination of spirit. All the purple for the Hierophant. The Lovers. Oops, sorry. Round decks are a little difficult for me because of the... You can get them there. You can get them slanted one way. You can get them slanted another way. You can get them totally reversed. And people who read with round decks, actually there is a slant part of reading round decks that I've actually used some. So it's an interesting thing. Here's our wonderful Chariot. And our Strength. And if you're curious about Strength and Justice, the 8 and 11 cards being switched out, in the Cartomancer back issues, which I'm taking over the Cartomancer, as many of you know, there'll be a link in the down bar if you want to go subscribe. You can do digital or print. Now, what I was going to talk about is Eric K. Lerner, who did the Tarot Illuminati, Tarot Apocalypse. He did a 2 or 3 part series, I think it's 3, on Strength and Justice and the differences. So if you're curious about that, you can buy back issues. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune, I think, is just gorgeous. Justice. Focus. Thank you. Now you'll see that Justice it could be man, it could be woman. I think it's probably still a female, but she does have mailed hands, so it could be male. That's an unusual for me. I'm used to seeing Justice as a female. And of course, our Hanged Man. Come on. Focus, focus. There you go. Death rides a pale horse. Temperance. A little bit of a different temperance than I'm used to. It's still got, I mean, this is the bottom of one cup to the other cup, so we don't have that glorious back and forth showing of the energy changing. The devil is like out of your nightmares, devil. Right? The Tower. Look at those waves. The Star. Oh, focus. And you'll see that these cards are in pristine condition. I got this in such a nice shape. So I'm really excited to send it off to its new home, which is going to be in Canada. Now let's do the Moon. Great Lobster coming up. The Sun. How can you not know that's the Sun, right? And these are, for the most part, very much Rider-Waite clone. There are some differences, like that Temperance. Oh, focus, you silly camera. Look at the gorgeous detail in that. Right? It's almost like the sun is coming out from behind the window itself. Judgment. We go to Judgment here. Rising up to the call of the horn. Very typical. And the World. I'll probably scan a few of these cards just so I have them for myself to use when I do other kinds of work, because I just love them. But the whole idea of selling off some of my decks is to clear myself out. Once I started getting work on organizing in my office, I needed to clear it out. Okay, here's why, guys. Here, let me see if I can do this without making it too wobbly. You see those boxes over there? All the boxes, the shoe boxes, the white boxes, they are all tarot decks. And look, there's more tarot decks down there. I've got tarot decks pretty much everywhere. So I need to release some of this energy. And I'm really glad I am. People have been very enthusiastic, very excited to find these different decks. Because, like I said, I sold the Greenwood Tarot. It was one. The first one went boom. It's going to live in not Boston, Detroit. So we go to the Sword Suit. I'm going to flip through these a little faster. Just get them focused. And pull out. Okay, some of them are going to focus. I'm not going to mess with it. There. Really pretty. Very, very Rider-Waite-like. As a Rider-Waite enthusiast, I really like that. Please focus. I know I'm shaky. Give me a break, camera. Oi! There, focus when I pulled out. This is a full 78 deck. And it doesn't spare on the gruesome. See all the blood on that Ten of Swords back? Oh. Page. Knight. Knight must be moving too fast. Queen. Lord, it's me, y'all. See if we can do that. There we go. Oh, yeah, when you get really close up like that, look at that detail in this. Her throne, everything. The birds in the background for the air. Every sword card has birds in the background. So it's something to notice when artists do stuff that is, you know, they choose a motif or a theme. You can really tell what suit is what. And I associate air with swords. So this deck is simpatico with me. Now we move into staves. Which for me are fire. Really? Truly beautiful cards, guys. Now these are fire, and they use green leaves here to indicate the growth aspect of this. And here comes the 5, our competition card. And 6. It's a card of the victor. 7. Defending yourself. 8. Incoming. 9. After the battle, protecting what you've won. This is just some of the things you can think about when you see these cards. The 10. My just say no. Don't pick up one more thing. Page. Putting my finger in there so it will focus on something. Nope. Really? Oh. Sorry, guys. I know that's got to give some people headaches. It would me. The Knight. It's always interesting to look at the position of the horse and the knight. Personally, I want my knights on the horse because there's battle statuary mythology about if they died in battle, you know, all sorts of things based on how many hooves are on the ground. And I really like that to translate to my tarot decks because I happen to know it. So, Her Lovely Majesty of Staves and His Majesty of Staves. Cups. I do these in a particular order because that's how I order my decks. I always look at majors first, and I look at swords, wands, cups, and then pentacles, or however they call it. Some people shy away from the word pentacle because it's spooky, scary. If you can't hear the sarcasm in my voice, let me try it again. It's not scary. Pentacle was used by so many people. Look up the Vitruvian Man. Ignoring what's being offered, focusing on what's gone. This is distancing yourself from what you love and not paying attention to what's there with you. See, cups with, and focus on what's gone, and in the background where they were with that, they were happy and they left that place. Six of Vessels, childhood reminiscence. And of course, the wonderful Seven of Cups, daydreaming or dithering. It's got a couple of different meanings for me. Eight of Cups, leaving old crap behind. 9. Now this 9's a little weird to me because he's supposed to be like a gift, a wish maker, a dreamer. He gives you what you want. It looks a little funky to me. But I love this 10 of Cups. It really captures that happily ever after. Page of Vessels. And I love that they have young children for the pages. I think that's very important. This knight is on his horse. Here's our queen. Scrying into the cup. Let me get that focused because that's really cool. And then our king. Who's also looking into the cup. That's, of course, the Ace of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. Three. 4. 5. Which is a nice rendition of the 5 without including the people. I like that. 6. And 7. I'm very fond of the 7 of Pentacles. I love this card in most decks because of the gardener aspect. I'm not the world's best gardener, but I like to think I try. Maker. The 9 is a successful human being, often shown as a woman in her garden with an animal, and she does have a bird over there. The 10. This gets that wealth and reward and prosperity across. Our little Page of Pentacles. Our knight. I'm not sure why that one knight was off the horse. The queen. Very pretty with her braids. And finally, the king. Now, to the person who bought this deck, thank you so much. I know you're going to love it. It is a wonderful, wonderful deck. I will pack it up safely, or I already have since I'm posting this after I've gone to the post office, hopefully. And thank you very much for giving this deck a new home. I always wonder how many homes have these decks had? You know, so many of us collect and then sell and trade. It's just kind of fun to think about, right? That Greenwood Tarot. I mean, I know I bought it from somebody. They bought it from somebody. Somebody bought it from me. Wow. So many things. So, seek joy, y'all, and stick around. I'll be doing some more of these. Do remember, if you choose to be a patron, you're going to get my teaching videos early, and at $5 or up, you're going to get your Taroscope too. So, I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye, y'all.